So hello everyone, welcome back to our plotly data visualization series. So far in this journey, we have explored a lot together. In our earlier videos, we worked on line plots, bar charts and scatter plots, starting from the basics and gradually adding more advanced features like interactivity, drop downs, over annotations, trend lines and animations. Now in this video, we are switching gear a little and diving into another very popular and visually engaging type of charts, pie charts and donut charts. So these charts are great when we want to show parts of a whole like proportions or a category distribution. We will be using a new Jupyter notebook for this part of the tutorial, but we are still using the same weather datasets we have been using in our previous videos. So let's get started step by step. Now let's start writing code to create a basic pie charts that show the distribution of precipitation types. First, I am starting by examining the precip type column in our dataset to understand how frequently each category appears, whether it's rain, snow, or any other type. So to do this, I am using the value underscore counts method, which counts the number of occurrences for each unique values in that column. So this gives us a quick summary of how many data points belong to each precipitation type. Next, I am using a reset underscore index method to convert the resulting series into index function to convert the resulting series into a proper data frame. So this is necessary because value underscore counts function returns a series by default, which isn't structured with named column. Now that our data is prepared, I am using the px.py function from Plotly Express to create a pie chart. I am setting the names parameter, precip type column, so the labels of each slice correspond to the type of precipitation. I am also setting the values parameter to the count column, which determine how big each slice will be based on how many entries each type has. And finally, I am adding a title to the chart to explain what is showing. So this gives us a clean basic pie chart that helps visualize the distribution of different precipitation types in our dataset. Now I am running this code. And as you can see, we get a basic chart showing the proportion of snow versus rain in the dataset. Now let's move on to the second chart. Here now I am customizing the pie chart to use specific colors and show both labels and percentage values. So here I am customizing the pie chart to make it more visually appealing and easier to interpret. First I am using the color underscore discrete underscore sequence parameter to manually assign a predefined set of colors. Now in this case, I am choosing from Plotly's set to color palette. This helps differentiate the slice more clearly instead of relying on default colors. Next, I am calling update underscore traces function to further control how the text appears on the chart. By using text info equals to label plus percent, I am instructing the chart to display both the label like rain or snow and corresponding percentage directly on each slice. So this gives us immediate context without needing to hover the chart. Now let's run this code. And here you can see the labels include percentages. So this looks more informative and polished. Now let's move on to the third chart, exploding slices from FSS. Now let's write code to explode one specific slice, but it says no to draw more attention to it. So in this part of the code, so here what I am doing here is looping through the value in the precip type column and checking each one to see if it matches snow. So for every value that equals snow, I am applying a full value of 0.1, value of 0.1. So this means that the snow slice will appear slightly exploded or separated from that rest of the chart. So for all others values, I set the full to 0. So they stay in places as part of the full pie. So this techniques is particularly helpful when you want to draw the viewer attention to one specific category in the dataset. So it could be something that's more important in your analysis or something that you want to highlight during a presentation or in a report. So visually, it acts as a spotlight effect, guiding the audience focus without adding any additional labels or clutter to the chart. Now after running this, we get a visually separated snow slice that instantly draws the viewer eyes. Now let's see how to convert pie chart to donut chart. Now let's write the code pie chart into a donut chart by simply adding a hole in the middle. Setting the whole parameter to 0.4. Here I am telling Plotly to carve out the center of the pie chart and turn it into a donut chart. So the value 0.4 means that 40% of the radius from the center is removed. which creates a circular blank space in the middle of the chart. Donut charts are also popular because they give you room in the center to include additional information such as a total value or a category name. After adding the all, I am also calling the update underscore traces function and setting text info equals to person plus label. This means each slice will display both the percentage it represents and the label of the category it belongs to. So this helps viewers immediately understand what each slice represents without needing to over it. The combination of the donut shape and the label slices create a very effective visual summary of category-wise distribution in the data. Now let's run this course. Now here you can see the donut chart. So this style is modern, clean and gives the same information as a pie chart while offering space in the center and any additional annotation if needed. Now let's enhance the pie chart with interactive hover effects. So here I'm enhance the user integration by customizing what appears when we over each slice of the pie chart. Normally, Plotly displays basic tooltips by default, but here I am using the hover templates parameter inside update underscore traces function to fully control the format and content of the tooltip. So the template I am written include three elements: the label, which tells us whether it's snow or rain, and the count, which is the number of times that category appears in the dataset, and the percentage, which show how much of the total the slice represent. So the formatting uses HTML tags for styling, such as a bold text for the label and line breaks to make the tooltip easy to read. On top of that, I'm reusing the pull parameter logic we used earlier to draw attention to the snow slice. By checking the value of the each receipt type, so I am using slightly pulling out only snow slice for the pie chart to emphasize it. The rest of the slices remains in the place. So altogether, this code results an interactive, visually polished chart. When I over any slice, I get a nicely formatted tooltip with complete context. And the emphasis snow slice helps guide the viewer's focus. So once I run this, the result is polished interactive pie charts that gives all the info we need to power and emphasize the snow slice. So that's it for today. So in this video, we have created a various types of pie and donut charts using Quarterly Express. We started with the basic pie charts and then added custom colors, exploded slices, created a donut chart, and even added interactive over templates. So these charts are very useful for showing category-wise distribution, and they can be easily customized for presentation, dashboards, and the reports. So I hope this tutorial will be helpful for you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment below. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.